So, good morning, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, wheresoever you are joining us at your location. We'd like to say welcome. This is BKS TV. We are coming live to you from Duotiaye Town, Nimba County Electoral District number 2 West, and it's
Babu. Yeah, that's my nickname.
Did she call you some kind of name when she tell you, and another name when she happy? But I know that how mothers can treat children sometimes. When it happens, there's some kind of need there. When it bad, some kind of need they can release.
Clarence, my mother was just like me. My mother was a strong and focused woman. Very, very strong like me. When I say strong, very troublesome like me.
Really?
Yeah. I brought my mother. I'm not different from her.
You brought your mother. Is there any of your siblings who are like you? If you use, using all your words, troublesome, high-headed, is there any of your siblings who are like you?
In terms of being very stubborn, I said no. But the man and the person I'm next to when you see him telling me, he's a pastor.
The person you next, your older brother, is a pastor.
Yeah, when you see him telling me, in terms of the look.
Do you listen to him?
No.
Interesting discussion. That's why I want you to come soon. Interesting discussion. So your older brother is a pastor.
Yeah.
He's in this town?
Yeah, he's here.
Do you listen to him?
Well, in terms of what?
Maybe
in terms of politics,
maybe
no.
politics. Sometimes he interferes.
In terms of politics, no. The only person I listen to when it comes to politics, I listen to my wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we know your pastor. That where the people be going for now.
Yeah.
To talk to you, talk to you. But do you sometimes interact with your pastor brother? You visit his church, you go around him?
Well, I think I visited his church 1 or 2 times. Yeah.
All right. That's okay. That's okay. Do you have a sister too?
Yeah, I have a lot of sisters from father. And I have 2 sisters from mother.
From your mom's side, you were what, first born?
No, I was the last.
Oh, I see why you did your mom, your twin. Okay, I see. That's okay. Yeah. How is the district, by the way?
The district is okay, Clarence. District number 10 is okay. And I'm doing well.
I was just reading the proclamation that you people are coming back. So you're starting section again today?
Yes.
Okay.
From here, I'm going to work.
Okay. So generally, during the period of your break, what were you doing in your district? I know you'll have a few days you're resting.
Well, Clarence, you see, you have to be very careful when it comes to dealing with your people. Like I said, since Mr. Bwaka took the presidency, I have not received anything of development fund. So you see, the people thinking will be, oh yeah, but the man got the money, why are you doing the thing? So that will only identify with people when they got issue, when there's a situation. But to go and start doing project with my salary, no, I don't want to do it because the people say, but the man not getting money, where are you taking the money from? They're not giving money, but you know how we talk now. Not in any kind of way. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the pop district number 10. But the man say he's not getting money for development fund. Where is he getting money from to do this? So now that it's clear, the list boss came on your radio. The evidence is there that I have not received a dime for district number 10. So maybe going forward, I will start doing something. When the poor idolize the money, I say no, there's a recalling. That's my point. I wanted the list boss to be on record, to say Yeke have not received money. And Clarence, your witness. You are living witness. He came and said, I didn't go through the process. But the process is a process, Clarence. Clarence, we cannot be in your class where the Supreme Court have not recognized Mr. Kun as Speaker. I will do a letter to Mr. Kun.
We'll come there. How is your movement? How is it called? You got one movement?
The National Movement to Liberate Liberia from Criminals and Crooks. I may declare my intention maybe May this year or maybe May next year. I may
declare your intention for what?
For the presidency. I will be called political leader if I declare.
So on this show this morning, can we say it's not clear that Yeke is not contesting in District 10?
No, I didn't say so. I say I may. I didn't go to school, so when I speak English, I like to be very mindful.
I didn't say you say so. I don't want you to put it record straight.
No. I may declare my intention. If I declare my intention, obviously I will not be running to be representative.
How is the movement? I don't see other people. I want to see you with the movement pick up and stuff like this.
Parents, you have to be very careful with what you want to do. Because if you want to achieve certain things, you are the vision bearer. So you have to be very careful. I don't want to when I leave the country, the movement becomes silent. Why become silent? Because Clarence, these cars will pay money for them. some of us are very reckless. You take the car, give it to Clarence, yeah, you know, be promoting the movement that come. I'm not saying everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Clarence will take the pickup, start holding coal inside. It's all that movement car. And the in will be abused. And that is what I don't want.
But you're supposed to have a leadership, you
Well,
can't only be the movement function when you can in the culture when you can no movement.
Clarence, when I declare my intention, there will be a leadership for the book. But for now,
Are you really serious? You want to be president of Liberia?
why I can't be president of Liberia? I'm not competent, I'm not capable. I'm consistent. I'm in the interest of the people.
You
I'm not
keep
like
to
you,
the-
Clarence.
Okay, sir.
When you bring one political leader and make him president, every wrong thing that happening will be right in the eyes of you.
Okay.
And in the eyes of the Lebron may be wrong. But because it is your government, because you are enjoying, because you are in the court, so everything is right. I'm not that Clarence.
Okay.
I believe
You
in the
became
interest
the
of the
representative in 2017.
Yeah, 27.
Is there anything you've done for the people in district 10 that they can hold to the chest and say, even if the day Yeke declares his intention, he's no longer a representative, these are the things Yeke did for us?
My consistency to the people of the country. It's not what you do. It's about people trusting you. Can people trust Clarence when it comes to being consistent? Or Clarence can be moved to more money when he gave me 2,000 US? Consistency matters. It's not about how much job you have done. It's about how well people can appreciate you for being consistent for the Liberian people. I'm not only representative of district number 10, I'm representative for the Liberian people. And Clarence, I want to throw this to you as a challenge. I'm the only representative that will go to any country the people will come out because of my consistency. People thought I were against former president. We are.
Specifically in this Boequida and Buyao Administrative District. The past 2 nights, I was in Buyao that night when I saw a lot of posts on social media and people calling or planning to demonstrate, requesting for the removal of my boss, the county coordinator for racial youth schools. They probably have been concerned, the young people have been concerned up to this afternoon. So I thought to come at this time to speak to the press and to the public concerning what the next step, what is necessary to be done. That's why we're here.
And what are the different steps
So-
you intend taking in your capacity?
And like I say in my intro, Mr. Willow Madden is my immediate boss. He's my supervisor in the county. When there are issues concerning him, we got to play leadership. What is that leadership that we are playing? By the way, our minister, the Minister of Youth and Sports for the Republic of Liberia, Atudin Paulina Kra, is making her county tour, the entire leadership. The second phase of the tour is on today. The Ingrid crew. We expect her in Nimba by
Today it's gonna be one-on-one with the CEO. Like you and my say today. So you see how special you are. I had to pull all the other men into the side.
Oh,
Make sure, yeah, I had to turn everyone that down. None of that can show up. Only you and myself today. How you doing, Chief? How you doing today?
now about be brother. I'm good. I'm grateful to be here today with you, most especially on one-on-one. I mean, to be with the CEO. It's not a right but a privilege.
It's a privilege, but I one-on-one. You see, as I said, we had to block every other person. Tomorrow will be a big day. We're supposed to be tomorrow we're supposed to be interviewing the president of UNICO. You know what UNICO is, right?
Yeah, I know Unico.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be interviewing the president Samuel G. He just came from Liberia, and then we have this UNICO convention coming up in May. It's a big deal here. So
Wow.
tomorrow will be his day. So
before then I said before the big man come, let's get the other big man from the young people side
Oh.
to come in.
And,
So
it's also an honor, to appear on a platform that have hosted most of the big names from Nemba and also are going to keep on hosting permanent people like we're going to have in the Morris. It's an honor to appear. Like I said, it's not a right but a privilege to appear here as a young man. I mean, we take pride in it, and we are hoping that what we are yamming for, will be addressed because it's an honor to be here. Honestly,
thank you. It's good to have you because the last time we hosted you, and I've been following you since. I think I accepted your friend request
yeah, yeah.
not too long ago. You see, I knew the people were coming. I said, you know what? When I was chatting with you, I realized that you myself and friend. I said, oh, I can get in serious trouble. Let me go accept the young people boss man friend request. But it's a good thing to be here again. And then how you say your name again?
So my name is Makaye Wundan. Makaye Wundan. In Mano, it means make again. Yeah.
Okay.
Warrior C. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I love Guinea, and my Guinea is a strong Guinea. Good. No, but the people then back in the days, they never knew how to spell the name, and they started spelling it as gay. But
Okay.
in reality, it should be spelled, I think, Goue. But we were smart. We came out with it, we accepted it, and we've been using it that way. But the real spelling of it is Goue, I believe that's how it's supposed to be spelled. But yeah, welcome to the show. Again, before we go further, we want to welcome our followers to BKS TV. This platform is a growing platform in Nimba. This show is actually one of the growing shows there. We like you said, we host a lot of prominent Nimba citizens here. Not only Nimba citizens, we also host other people on here as well. We've hosted people from the other side who are not Nimbayans, but they also come on here as well. So, like you said, it's a good thing to be on here. We want to start to mix it up. We don't want to just be one sided where we have only big people coming. We want to have young people. We're trying to diversify it, bring educational aspect to it. Young people who will come here like yourself and inspire other people to come on. Like the last time when you were here, after the interview, a lot of people reach out to us and they applauded your intellectual ability. At your
Wow.
age. Yeah, you were able to propound well. You did extremely well. So thanks so much for coming again. I know you, and a lot of people from your inner circle may know you. Yeah, we also had your topic in Nima a few times is interesting. It's funny, I've been following it. I want,
Okay.
I want to reach out to you to get here, so you must can have one-on-one conversation, get to know what really going on here. You educate all of us too, because someone will just see bits and pieces, people posting here, this person that's but I'm not going to go into detail. But as we always do, we want to say thanks to our followers for following. This is BKS TV, the Heat Hour. We come on here to discuss everything from educational, religious, when it comes to politics, international news, everything in between. We discuss all of that here. So we're on here tonight with one of the young men from Nema County, very astute young man with a bright future who speaks very well. I think he will be speaking for a lot of young people here tonight. Makaye. Yeah,
Mhm.
so he's our guest tonight. So tell people, man. Again, this is just conversation. You must say one of them will finish, then you have to pay me because you gotta see you here. You gotta finish, you gotta drive it, be smart thing. But tell the people who are you, what you're currently doing, where you're from, just a little bit from that, then we can start our conversation.
So thank you, CEO. It's an honor to be here again. And every young person that's have an appointment with the future will want to getting for youthful activities, more especially when it comes to advocacy, to ensure that the right things are done. Because if we don't step up to speak out tomorrow, the same questions we are asking people that live before us and are older than us, 20, 30 and other years, that we saying when you guys were young, what you did. Tomorrow, when we are older too, will be asked these questions. So we need to start solving some of the problems and some of the questions that young people ask us when we are old now. And the young people have serious responsibility. So these are reasons why we thought it was that we can sit and act like everything is okay, whereas the young people are being marginalized. Have the actual population to make things happen. They have the numbers to ensure that certain things are done. And most often during elections, during rallies, during organizations, the young people are always used either to sit one musical car to party around the city town to play music, or they use the young people to stick up flyers on the wall, or you young people either make music, you want people to perform drama. We are always being used. But then we are used when it comes to time to get a shared benefit. They tell us, hey, wait, you still young. You're not at that level yet. You need a qualification, you need SYC. So we believe that this time is a suitable time that the young people should get a shared benefit, should get a fair share, and ensure that if we must rise together, we must rise by lifting others. So these are the reasons why we are always in the advocacy to ensure that young people get that benefit. And we have no plan of quitting anytime soon. Yeah, until the young people can start getting that benefit, we're not going to remain mute.
When you start your advocacy?
We started actively early February from this year, because in the Bible, I may not be a real theologian, but then the Bible spoke about Jesus from the time you were born to the time you were 12 years. And then the Bible didn't speak about Jesus again until he was 30 years. I still not be corrected, but I'm sure the Bible spoke about Jesus from the time you were born to the time you were 12 years. And the Bible didn't speak about Jesus again till he was 30 years. So from 12 to 30 years, there's no kind of meaning. Jesus was going through the breeding stage. I say the breeding stage meaning is the incubation stage where you are growing, you are consulting, you are making research, you are getting to know how things are done, why certain things are happening and why these things are happening to certain young people, why certain young people got certain things. Your mind, you keep asking yourself questions and not getting answers. You keep asking yourself and building yourself. So when you reach to a point where you say, okay, I've grown now from the incubation stage, I'm more than a breeder. You understand? I've transitioned from breeding to now a breeder, and I have the understanding and the zest to speak out for my people. So we took the time throughout as young people to understand why certain things were happening to the young people, why certain people are not relating to the young people, why certain people are occupying certain position. So we thought it was that, okay, 2026, we had a resolution that this year we must start speaking for the young people, so that at a point the young people can start getting that benefit of what they've been struggling for. So that's the reason why we started this year. Yeah.
I see. When you say we, the last time you were here, you remember I gave you some recommendations and suggestions and stuff. So when you say we, you are speaking as a collective body, right? Like you got all the colleagues
true.
Together.
Yeah.
So how far you guys going on with the plan? Because the last time you were here, we did some recommendations and what to do, and you plan on doing some things. How far are you now with that? Have you guys created some structure for your organization, for your advocacy group?
Well, I would say to you that one of the best things that ever happened for us is for us to appear on your show, and those recommendations that came from you guys really shape us and set us at a particular level. If I tell you now that we have a group chat that's making serious impact, we have leadership across the 6 cities in Nimba, and we are anticipating to have our leadership going across all our districts that don't have leadership, or cities, like District 8, District 4, District 5, District 9. We want to ensure also that those bigger towns that have stable network, they are going to be included. And those bigger towns that have stable network, they are going to be included. So our leadership, I already started meeting. Since we started, we decentralized our structure. And the people, the message is easier. In fact, it's easier to resonate because everybody, every young person named by, having the same problem. So it's easier once you start telling them, they say, my brother, you got an entertainment because we ourselves are going through the same problem. So let's get together, let's network. Since we started, there have been serious transformation. I'll tell you for free people that there are serious commitment in base of some people that promise to start helping some people with vocational education in Kanta, in other environment. Some will start in month, some will start April, or some will start May, or time. So that the advice you guys give us really shape our understanding, help to guide us, and today we are where we are in terms of our continual advocacy.
That's actually good. When you were here last time, it was good that you came because when you're starting something, the start of everything sometimes it can be easy. You will be making mistakes here and going here, but the good thing is if you're willing to take recommendation from people who have been through things like that, it can really help you move forward. So I know the request you had last time, your advocacy was based on certain things, especially with the big brother then, from there not reaching out. When you left from here, did you get some calls? Has there been any improvement? I know you touched on it a little bit, but has things changed? Has things changed or is it changing?
So firstly, I would say most of the guys in government currently, they are being gossip. I'll tell you for free, there are people that can reach out to us. And they have been gossip from some of them that most of them, they came from they believe they came from the advocacy background too. Most of the guys that are having positions today were the ones that were either part of concern in buying, previous groups in NEMA Education Guy, one NEMA movement, other organizations. They believe they came from the advocacy background. So they believe that when young presidents speak out, they want to be heard. So they have decided, I'll tell you for free, they have decided that they will not pay attention to us. And it's something that when I got the information, I doubted it at first, and we decided to do our investigation. Yeah, proven beyond all reasonable doubt. Over 2 months, they have decided that they will not listen, and what we are doing, we'll get tired and let it go because either one, we're looking for attention or we're being sponsored by somebody, imagine. Whereas the real reality that we are speaking of, they know, but they are ignoring it and believe that we're either being sponsored or looking for attention. So we're not going to quit. We're going to ensure that the right things are done, and then young people in NEMA get a fair share of everything they struggle for in this government. People.
Yeah. So when you say that, so were there a specific? You don't call names now, but so your body reach out to a certain group of people or individuals when you're doing your investigation. How you came up with that? Who told you, and how you were able to confirm that? They said you're making noise, or you'll get tired, or somebody sponsoring you. A specific person you went to, or it was across the board?
Currently, like I said, we started February up to now. That's 2 months plus. We have brought over 90 government officials in senior positions in NEMA to the spotlight. And I'll tell you for free, I remember one time I was sitting, soon morning, somebody texted me and said, come meet me to Jackie's urgently. And when I saw the text, I smiled, I said, but this is very disrespectful. The young people are angry and saying they have been marginalized. They are not getting the necessary opportunity. You're calling me to go and meet you to Jackie's urgently. In fact, the word urgently alone made me even get pissed off. I said, how the guys taking us to be? If you look at me and say I should come meet you urgently, okay, let's assume I meet you at Jackie's. Where I rushed to go meet you. You gave me one water point and say, okay, let's get in my car and go. Maybe you go solid TV to Princess Rio at the border in Uganda. We go there and all the rescue men will not bring to the spotlight. They will say, there. You know what you doing there? In our absence, we know the conversation that people can have. They see him picking according for blah blah. Yeah, they picking a bread, The beginning, I see what I can tell you. The beginning come whatever you put in my pocket, $1 or $2, and then you feel that you compromise the whole struggle. For us, we may not have the necessary resources to sustain ourselves. We may be striving to escape poverty, but we're not hungry to an extent that we will sell our integrity. You know, there's a saying that
Also, I'm not only there's a saying in Gio, local dialect that said you don't refuse the call, but the thing that is in the call is what you refuse, right? So maybe it was a good idea for you to go at least and listen to what they want to say, and then you can make your decision from there.
you know, for some of us when we were going to school at the college, we did social science. And in social science, you have to understand psychology. You have to understand to analyze people's message and conversation. If you text me soon morning before 8 and say come meet me urgently, there's a problem. Yeah. So meaning if I can maybe if you text me or maybe 20 minutes after 8 and say come meet me urgently, meaning if I come before now you run away. And if I come to you before or that time you either be rushing your car and be leaving. So we believe that it's been disrespectful to us. You can tell all the young people angry and you say come meet me urgently. It's been disrespectful, and we know you we're going to honor our call. We're not going to get the necessary result we needed, and we're not going to get the response we needed. So we say, okay, what the response was like? I say, okay, thank you, Bieber, but I'm not operating as an individual. We have a whole structure. So next time, what we'll do, they're playing it properly and invite us. We will attend. So I understand. They say don't refuse the call, but refuse what in the call. But I said in call. Not if the call is not done properly, you don't have to go because sometimes you go your leader. So you have to understand how the call is being positioned, how the communication looks like. Then you can say, okay, but now I will attend this call. So these are reasons why we decided that particular call was not in the interest of the young people. So we didn't go there. Yeah,
so
we didn't honor the call.
The call was just for you to come. Did the call include anything about the advocacy or anything like that, or just regular call? Because it could be a big, let's say me, and I'm in a position, I call you, I just text you, it could be something different that I want you to maybe meet you.
So the president that tested all is a government official, and that president has been brought to the spotlight. That's someone who had never tested all before. But because if you brought you to the spotlight, and then you come in the county, and then you testing all by 8 a.m. in the morning and say, please come meet me, or here urgently, if you're gonna say please come meet me, it's a whole different thing. But if you are urgently to the test 8 a.m. in the morning, there's a problem because we just woke up by Ray, we're coming to meet you. We have a whole structure. We have the executive director. We have
because I'm government official, that's why you did that. So if I were to text you about the Jackies, and I kind of like text you, I say, Makai, you can meet me around 7 to Jackies urgently. You will come, right?
It's a whole different thing because it's a whole different thing because for you, I would say you do not you do not necessarily owe the young people a name because you know what? During the campaign, you didn't come to us to tell you to establish auxiliary groups or build channels and work with the young people and give us assurance. So you come in and say, oh, if you come, it's 12 o'clock. I begin where are you? You can come meet me here. We will find ways where there seems to be no way to ensure that we meet you. But people who gave us assurance and we feel we are being abandoned and forgotten, and then you come in soon money because we're ready to the spotlight, so that we can meet you one soon money, and feel you can kill maybe chicken change or carry the one Lagos shot or GB shot, and feel that you can settle our stuff like that. We feel it's a wrong deal, and we're not going to honor it.
Okay. And what you will say to the other people, folks that were like you said, they say, oh, they're picking it, they're being sponsored by somebody else. I think they're doing that, and not just them, or they got somebody behind it and making them to think that. What should you tell? What should they know about this institution or this organization you guys are forming?
So, firstly, I would say sometimes people speak based on experience. Yeah, like I said earlier, most of the people that are young people that are in active government positions today came from the advocacy background. So some of them may have that kind of experience where, previously people engaged them and maybe they were not to do what they did, what they were to do. So they feel that because it happened to them, it's going to happen all definitely. And I've seen some text messages that say, how far you will go? You think they would do it? Yes, seriously. How far you will go? We started these things and we know how we end. Imagine, so for some of what we did the race analysis, we asked ourselves multiple questions before getting involved with the media. Like I said, the example how Jesus was, the Bible spoke about Jesus before he got 12. Before 12 years, and how Jesus, the Bible didn't give account again till he began 30 years. So from 12 to 30, it was the stage that he got rebranded. He went through the breeding stages and he got necessary education and strength and zest he had. So for us, we learn from some of them and we ask ourselves multiple questions. We work with people and got necessary advice we needed. So for us to be, for you to feel that you can get us off track is difficult and it's impossible. In fact, we'll say so. So these are reasons why after 2 months in spotlighting what 90 government officials that occupy serious minor positions in government, we are still where we are and still speaking that the young people need their fair share.
Yeah, I think the young people need a fair share. That's actually, I was telling somebody, I say young people, like, bro, I forgot the specific stat, but you got the population of Alberta is very young, very, very young, and young people like you're the next generation. We owe it to you. We have to make sure that we invest and do a lot for our young people, because if we are going to compete in the 21st century, we want this generation to be very, very well equipped and ready to go. Did you have, or before you started advocacy, was there any predecessor? Was there any pressure group for young people, and like what you have now, that were doing what you were doing before you step in, or there was no group like your current group, or was it just a vacuum?
So I don't like to speak as an individual when it comes to our advocacy, because I'm not the only person involved. But I would like to speak from my experience. I grew up in Uganda from ABC till 12th grade till I graduated from LRCC in Uganda, obtaining my bachelor degree. So there's nothing about this city in Nemba that somehow we don't know about. So I grew up in Uganda, and there's a radio station in Ghana called Radio Kegema, and how famous show for me. I grew up listening to radio. That one thing you couldn't take from me while I was growing up. And they have a famous show called Speak Your Mind.
Mm-hmm.
And every time in the evening hour, we have journalists there, Speak Your Mind, where people can call and express what's on their mind. Like, okay, this person is not doing well, right? When we were growing up, about then Garrison you were representing before. In fact, Garrison you begin representing the famous name Rick Stowaway. Mm-hmm. We had Tigo Yoyo development superintendent. At that name I used to be Rocket.
Yeah.
So every time when it comes to Speak Your Mind, we used to listen to our radio. And we grew up with the mentality that you have to bring people. If you are to certify in Nema, you have to bring people to the spotlight and express what's going on so that we can settle it. Because if you call on Speak Your Mind and express some of the ills in the community, some of the ills in your districts, these things used to be solved. So when I got to know myself later after going to school and obtain whatever we have currently, we say, okay, maybe at that time, but at that time, the only means people had to communicate was radio, the traditional media. Today, now we have social media that's being available everywhere. So we say, okay, when we are growing up, we have Speak Your Mind. Today, we have social media. Let's create a platform called that will bring the government officials to the spotlight, where the young people will give their view on them. Because, mind you, 2029 or whatever elections that will come, is not going to focus only on the local media, it's going to be on social media. And if you feel you are doing well, the people will value you based on what you are doing. So the comment section are always been rocky. And sometimes I'll tell you for free that some people can call and say, why you pay me on this person? The person can either be your SYZ, imagine, or you're not supposed to do that, and will tell and say, if you are doing well, the comment section will speak for you. If 10% comment and 9% again, then there's a problem. You have to go back and not blame us, but start reading and restrategize how you can get some of these things done. So when we are growing up, we have multiple youth groups. Mm-hmm. Back then, there were youth organizations in Nema. We have one of the groups that I used to admire was Concerning by, and then we have one Nema movement. We have multiple groups. But today, they're not really in a system because maybe some of them have grown, past the
Yeah,
youth
they
stage.
move on in
But
life.
most of them have families, they are married and at a certain level. So you look at your family, you're not able to come again to take the challenge because you look at them, maybe they will either become a target or what have you. So you reach certain level and if you don't let the things go and move on with my life. So for some of us, we are young people, we believe that it's a chain. It should be like a factor tree. When you go, you train people that follow, and then we continue to speak up for the young people so that they can get what they deserve.
Yeah, thank you so much again. That's why that's why we had to clear the whole place for you and myself tonight because we're just
Yeah.
having our conversation. We're just lecturing tonight, and I like the way you are doing it. Right? If there was some people that would just use the word I, or you are using pronoun where everyone is that's not you, but it's a collective effort, and to be able to succeed, it has to be this a collective effort. The last time you were here, we talked about getting some numbers. If you got setting number, like the number for the entire group, or approximate number for the young people in Lima, or the part of this pressure group. Have you guys gotten to that point yet, or you're still in process of getting that?
So currently, because our advocacy, I've had the opportunity to currently spear two youth groups in the
Mhm.
country currently. One is called the Next Gen Nimba, that is Next Generation Nimba. That group
Mhm.
established by me personally. And we have other young people that are getting involved. And then there's another one called the Nema Youth for Change. And that
Mhm.
one is specifically, we organize it to ensure that one, uh, to ensure that the youth coordinator and other issues that in the country currently, I know we'll reach to that point. Not only
Mhm.
about the youth coordinator in Nema currently, but
And
other training
that's
issues.
our main topic.
Yeah, we will get there anyway. But two youth groups. So that we are specifically focusing on some of the ills in the society that are affecting young people in Nimba. For me, I've been opportune to tour Nimba. Nimba has over, I think, 600 towns and villages plus. And for me, I think I've visited, if not 500, but 400 plus, because I've been to, I've toured with two different politicians in Nimba and visited most of the towns and villages. So some of us, we know where the problems are. We know how the youth are being marginalized, and we know what can happen when we recommend to our fellow young people that might be in position to ensure that the right things are done. So these are reasons why we were given opportunity as also the lead president of the youth group called Nema Youth for Change. But for the the next gen Nema,
Mm.
we are making serious progress. When I say serious progress, we currently the Folazo in Uganda is a vocational school. Currently, we
Mm.
have a student. One this year program because a student at school to get one student there is about 600 at US.
Mhm.
600 US in Liberia, you know what it means. So
Yeah,
for you
pretty
to
much.
convince somebody to sponsor somebody there is a serious progress. And these things might not happen immediately, but we believe it will happen definitely. So to sponsor somebody at a level where you pay 600 US now is a thing. And also we have secured some sponsorship deal with some people out of Liberia that are now in government. And some of them promised to start May. Some of them are from a particular district. So they gave us the opportunity to go in the districts to get some of the young people that are there to start going to vocational school and acquire certain knowledge. So it's challenging, but we are still in the process in showing that the young people can, maybe if we don't have the ability to kind of bring you to Uganda where you have to rent, feed yourself, what have you, we'll have to ensure that in your terrain, what can you learn there? And not just learn, but learn and make use out of it. So it's challenging, but we are
Mhm.
behind the scene ensuring that we can be able to settle some of these things and ensure that young people start to benefit.
And you are doing extremely well. I have to say that because I myself,
Thank
like
you.
here, I have my foundation has scholarship program. We got some students even in uh, what is it called NU Nima University, and it's not
LRCC.
yeah, LRCC. No, not LRCC, but the other one in technically. Not
Okay.
NU Nima University, right?
And you don't have a student at LRCC?
I got some students there. I got some students as
Yeah,
well.
I saw two that are not calling you off. Even before we had an interview all the time, I went to get my turkey man for a certain reason, and I was in the admission office when because I work with a second division team. Also, I'm the general secretary of Gomba
Okay.
SC. I think you get two of the players that is sponsoring.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
Aaron Keba and Milton Howard, right?
Right.
Okay, so I was in the office where he spoke with I know the admission director who were to
Yeah.
ensure that they went through, and that's something that I know. So and other young people know. So these are once you are making your impact and effort, you don't need to blow your own trumpet. People in the corridor will see it and know. They don't have to say it. I just told them I saying the first
Yeah.
time I didn't say it, but I knew even before we were here on the first show. So once you are doing well, you don't need to even blow your trumpet. People in the environment will flag all these issues. Those issues because they know you are doing well, and these are things we just keep talking about.
Yeah. And the reason I brought it up is because I know how high it is. It's expensive, right? For you, your organization to be doing that is something that we have to commend. So you talk about two subgroups. Those groups, are they different from the main pressure group that you are pushing now? The
So
next gen and another one.
so for next gen, because the NIMA Youth for Change is across NIMA. We have leadership across the 60 cities in NIMAs, and we are ensuring that by maybe before the weekends we're gonna have a structure also in Gapley because the president are heading our campaign team also run District 4. So we're gonna have a cell in Gapley and also while he's spearheading the campaign group. And also for some other districts, about Gray, we have the choose between Zigepa or Gray in District 9. And other for District 5, we have to choose either between Webi Play or the bigger towns that have stable network and ensure that we have young people that will be a part of. We have our group chat and we are doing brilliant work. I will give you the assurance that we have our work plan, and the young people are actually working collaboratively to ensure that they get a shared benefit. The fact that young people can work with a system, come together and ensure that gentlemen we can do this. We have a common goal to work together and ensure that even though we are marginalized, but once we hold together, unity and diversity, we can be able to achieve whatever. And sometimes when I see some of the comments of the young comrades in the group chat, I can smile and say, but if the opportunity are given to some of these people, they can do better. They can do. Their actual potential will be seen, and people will not all the young people and feel that all the young people are either on serious or should be categorized in certain category because they feel that maybe misbehaving. So the young people in Nimba, majority of them we can show you that they are serious and have the potential to move mountain. Very industrious.
I can tell you every time you come in here, the comment section can be hot with a lot of young people. So it shows that there's some type of movement, some type of result because you are speaking for the young people and you can tell that the young people are in favor of what you're doing. So everything you do, there has to be success story, right? So if you put all together and has there been any success story from the advocacy standpoint to say? I know you talk about you got one student in certain school there, but from the relationship that you guys are advocating for to our folks who are opportune to be in higher places now since you started advocacy in February, has there been any positive line that you can point to so far?
Yes. You know what happened is most of the guys know that we are speaking the truth, and that's the reality. And I believe the vice president have been having issue with most of the people in government, but as per a position, he's now in a position to tell them say you're gonna go back because some people might give reasons and all of that. So for a young person to speak out a day speaks volume. So I'll tell you for free level example. I will call the president. I will be able to walk out. But a few weeks ago, Bob went to a home and said that next year no student will pay a cent. I think you follow the video, right?
I follow it, yeah, I follow it.
Very good. He said all the students in a home he will pay. So if the students, any people that are not going to school, assuming that the school normally used to have 200 students, as 200,000 if they pay 1,000 one time because of government school. So if all maybe the children in the town and nearby town disaster will say, "Wow, watching what that 500 students, 500,000." Our big brother Bob Cato, he say he will pay. That's our progress. Because these are things we're flagging out. These things were not happening before we got in the media. When we started bringing into the spotlight, engaging the media, I believe the way across and decided that we should start some of these things. There were also my people also Erin calling, Erin been doing well. But also we saw what Erin did of recent in Zor or Dule.
Right.
He did a grand beginning for Annex. And we saw the chief of office staff for the vice president, who also been trying. He donated, he pledged to donate 100 bags of cement. And other people, cement bags started coming from here and there. That's indirect. So now nobody will come out from the government circle to say, I'm donating because they begin to say it will never happen. But changes will start in number gradually. For instance, I told somebody yesterday, I said, sometimes advocacy, you don't have immediate result because for what we are doing, not many people want to say, if I started now, we'll be making it begin popular. Because if for instance, if 7 government officials just start doing well or doing what maybe Body or Aaron did, you know, I mean, people that sharing their post and say, because they begin saying anything, I want to make it a minute coming back. So most of the guys government to a politician, smartly, they have started saving to do well. Somebody called me all the time and told me, "My picking, that thing doing it already, not small, maybe solar play, and I mean maybe solar play let them in as I buy. And I can show you what you see on Facebook pages, people will start donating solar play in their homes and other areas because of what we started. So it may not happen immediately, but it will happen definitely. And how many of them will come out now because we still in the advocacy and will come out, journalists will start interpreting and say, oh, true Monkai, maybe advocacy or SYZ, certain people have started doing what they are doing. So these are reasons why most of them have started keeping mute and adjusting themselves to start engaging our people. Yeah, so I mean that's where we are, and these are some of the progress we are making.
We want more of that. So if your advocacy is going to cause people to do more, you know, constructive. So let's say if you see John Brown doing something, you know, then they want to do their own too. We want more of that. The more they do that, the more our people tend to benefit from it. So I think I like that. I think it's a good thing to see. You know, when you're yelling, last time we said it, right? We said the form of advocacy is different from the way, I mean, unfortunately, it has been before, where young people just go on social media and just going, especially in my young people, I would say that, going after leaders in ways that will not be constructive. So people may not like, you know, the fact that, but you are doing the right thing and you are speaking your mind in a way that your group now, the entire group speaking your mind in a way that it should be done. That's how advocacy are done, you know. Because when you take your time and you convey your message, it will go down and resonate with people. The people listen. Say, okay, yeah, the beginning is saying this. Even though they're not happy with what they are saying this, they're saying that. So they're saying the way that we can understand. Not the way where people will just get up and start saying all kinds of unnecessary things about people. And the young people, you know, you got your life ahead of you. You never know. You never know what will happen tomorrow. You never know who you will meet tomorrow. You don't even know who you will be able to rely on tomorrow. So if you advocate in a professional way, in a subtle way that gives you room for tomorrow. So if you meet that person that you were advocating for him to help, and you meet him tomorrow and say, bro, you know, this is what this is. I need help with this. I may say, yeah, I like him because he disagreed with me before, but he never insulted me. He never did this. He never did that. So I think that's the right way you're going about. So you said something about make the post. You know, if one person come and say good things about this person, and then one person then say good thing, then they will call you. Are you guys doing it on your personal social media page, or you got like your professional page, your team page, or your organization page? That you put your government official there to rank him, ask questions. How you do it?
So we do not have a professional page right now because what we started, we decided to coordinate. Bring it to the spotlight. So to create a new page now is challenging. Because when you create a page, You have to share it. You need more followers before you can start getting the audience, the necessary audience. But some of all that already friendly with most of them who decided it's more like an entry level position. You know, where you want to enter and ensure that the ratings are done, then you can start to progress to a certain level. So for me, I decided I keep saying but when we decided maybe we use my page and I have the necessary audience, I can make them to see it easily and sharing all my agenda, sharing in my future generation. Most of the groups that have name buyings in abundance, it's easier for them to understand, see them, and start with a trust. So we believe that it's a gradual process. It's not an event, it's a process. So the more we bring them to the spotlight using our page gradually, we are going to transition from using personal page to a general page that will get a necessary audience and ensure that ratings are done gradually.
Hopefully by that time, Liberia, they're not monetized. Facebook not monetized Liberia because the way it's going, I think they'll end up monetizing Liberia. So everything too. Sometimes they can be the side effect. Maybe they look at it from both ends, right? Positive and negative. So, do you think that this has any space of becoming negative, where people will say, because it's a group thing, right? You have the faith, you have what it takes to push it, you are pushing it. But we are in Liberia, we know Liberia, there can always be politics in election time coming and all that stuff. Very well, we all know that things can happen. What mechanism you guys are putting in place to protect that, just in case things start going wrong before time comes tomorrow? So, you know what, Mokaye was advocating for this, but he can't talk again, or he's quiet now, we can't hear him again. Or the other person next to you are advocating for this, we can't hear him. It could be for professional reasons. Maybe you go out for studies. It could be maybe you got a job that is keeping you very busy. You're in Sano or somewhere, and then the organization is not strong. So because you don't want to build an institution around an individual, because when something happens, life happens, you will travel, you will go to school, you will get busy with professional work and things. And if you're not here pushing like the way you're pushing, then the institution start to go down a little bit. Then people start asking, oh, what happened? End up picking up causing up. They will go back to the thing they told you how long they'll do that thing, right? Let them talk when they thought they would get time. So you have to have that plan in place for chain of command, just in case. Plan B, when Mokaye is not here, John Doe, Isaac, or whoever should be able to jump in.
Yeah, so our organization, we have so many potential and smart people, big brothers that are working with us. When I say so, some of them are older than us, but they respect us as their leader, and we work together. We coexist. But like what you just said, we are careful with one thing, and we are taking in serious consideration. We discussed it before. Building institution around individual have a negative and positive side. And we know the negative side. For example, in Liberia, most of the political parties we have had, now our institution is now a political party, but most of the political parties we have had in Liberia is built around individual.
Yeah.
For example, since former President Charles Taylor left Liberia, MPP had never been an MPP that we read about in history. Some of us were not born at that time, and since the late Councillor Bronskin died, the LP has never been an LP we knew before. Since the late Senator Johnson died, MDR has not been an MDR we knew before. God forbid if former President we are decided to retire from politics today, CDC might not be the CDC that we know currently. You know what I'm saying? But you see, UP, like I said, I'm now a unity partisan. But now I don't want to say God forbid whatever. Assuming that President Bouaga decided to retire from politics today, the UP will not struggle too much to get Senate Bureau because they are breeding somebody in the process while leading. I don't want to talk about it when people say, oh, you're from that side and blah blah.
Yeah,
so what I'm trying to say is, So what I'm trying to say is, number one, firstly, in organization, in this modern dispensation, the first thing you have to look at is brand. In as much as you don't focus on one person, you have to understand that every organization sometimes get a face. There are certain people when they are around, things work off. But we have, when they get a story, they say behind every successful man, there's a strong woman.
Uh-huh.
That strong woman can be a wife or a man. It only center around a wife. So for us, we believe we have serious backbone. That's why before we engage the media, we can have serious leadership meeting to ensure that we agree on what we're going to say, what the outcome will be like. And even I'll tell you for free today, when we finish tomorrow, after finish commenting, we can take our time to analyze the comment section to ensure what are some of the mistakes we made, what are some of the right things we did, how can we improve on it moving forward. So our leadership, we may not have the best because we're still growing, but there are some decent people that are in our leadership giving the necessary advice and providing expertise in the background. Many of them will start coming on as we grow because we just started this one time. So we can't just expose a leadership like that where people maybe if they feel government, non-government, say if they can't get me, then they start running after certain people to be a split. So we are careful with so many things. That's why when we come out and engage the media, we go back, we rectify some of the mistakes we made, improve on some of the things we didn't do right, and start to improve on also the things we did right, and show that the right things are done gradually. It's a process.
Thank you. Yeah, it is a process, and you guys are doing well. And I support young people. Like you were saying earlier, I'm a big fan of supporting the young people because for some of us when we were growing up, we never had that opportunity because we were just running from country to country during the war, and we really never had this type of structure, opportunity to be able to pursue what you guys are doing. And I like the way you're doing it because it's constructive, and anything constructive, I think we all should support that. Again, for those of you guys, when every time you come here, your comment section can be good. You got a lot of young people that follow you, so that tells you that you are doing the right thing. And also, you can't be doing things like this and expect not to have critics. It's not possible. Yeah, it's not going to work. So you always have critics. My grandpa had a parable where he used to say that they never throw stone at unfruitful tree, right? Yeah. So if you're doing something good, they will go after you. If you don't do anything good, they'll if you don't want to be talked about, then don't get into leadership. There will always be people that will ask you and talk about you. So again, to those who are following you, for guys, we want to say thank you so much for following us. We have Mokaye Wondan or Wondan.
Wondan. Thank you. Wondan to learn.
Yeah, okay. Wondan. Okay. Mokaye Wondan here with us tonight. We are having a good discussion. I like show like this. I like show where it's educative. It's relaxed. We're having our little one-on-one conversation. No plenty noise. The comment section, people are engaged. We've been here for less than 45 minutes, and I can tell you that it's being followed. I can tell from the feedback in the back, and you are doing really well. So we encourage you to continue to do that and continue to come on here. We have the main topic that you came for. We'll discuss that here shortly. But before we do, I think there's this video I was playing earlier today. That's the assistant to how you call William Mandane position. Is it youth chair or what is it?
Youth and sport coordinator for Nimba.
Youth and sport coordinator for Nimba. Okay, his assistant, his direct assistant. We're not going to play all his clip. We'll just play just a little bit of it, and then we'll dissect it. We'll go into okay.
Between the 19th and the 20th of this month, while she comes, she's moving all over the county. There have been no noise, there have been no demonstration, there have been no protest by young people. Does that mean that there is no problem there? No, there are problems in those areas. So, for her coming to hear that young people are disenchanted for certain reason and want to demonstrate, I think it's just prudent as leader, as one of the major stakeholders in the youth sector of our county, to play that leadership role. So by that, we this morning tried to engage the statutory youth leaders, including the Nimba Youth Caucus chair, Justin Samuel, Mr. Abraham Alpha, the Federation Library Youth Flag coordinator, my own junior brother Alan Mason from Lesu background, and our brother from the Nimba University, who is a parliamentarian of the Mano River Union Youth Parliament, representing Nimba County at that level. These are the statutory youth groups we work through, including other auxiliary youth groups in the county. What we have started to do through this leadership is to initiate dialogue with them. There could be issue, there could be problem. Our concern now is not whether their points are valid or not valid, but the fact that we are the leader when they are disenchanted over any reason. You know, when information is not available to the people, they speculate. Their speculation, they leave with you now to justify or to clarify as to whether what they're thinking is the real thing.
So is information not being provided?
So on our part, there are not being sufficient information provided on what to be done. So that's on our part. I think we haven't done much in that direction. So that's why we have come.
Do you perceive it or the entire leaders?
What are you talking about? I'm speaking as a leader. I'm the second man in command in Nimba County when it comes to the youth leadership.
So you and your boss have not done pretty well when it comes to information dissemination.
Not much has been done, so we feel that it's necessary to call the young people to dialogue with them sufficiently to identify.
So he admitted that he and his boss have not been doing good at information dissemination. So I forgot to get his name there. But before we use them, I want you to give us a little brief, update on this whole thing. So let's say I'm sitting in the US here and have no clue what's going on with this whole title. We just see it on Facebook. Some people saying the man too old to be youth coordinator. Some people say, and this guy we just listened to, he actually acknowledged the fact that there are little dissatisfaction in the county, and he never pushed that under the rug. He admitted, but they are waiting for dialogue. They are waiting to do dialogue. They're waiting for the people of the country can dialogue. So talk to someone who's living in the U.S. or someone in Nimba, not Nimba, Monrovia, who has no clue what's going on in Nimba. Give us a little brief snippet of that.
So thank you, Bieber. I mean, this is one of the trending issues currently in Nimba that the young people are really interested into. In as much as we are interested in other one too. As the minister gets prepared to arrive in Nimba on the 19th of this month, there is a serious trending issue currently in the country, and you can tell even from social media.
Mm-hmm.
So, our people, William Monday, he's the youth and sports coordinator for Nimba. And he got a position in 2016. 2016 to 2026. That's 10 years. Now, Bieber is someone who's even older than the vice president and the minister herself. And we know that position, according to the act that created that position in 2009, is the Youth Policy, I think Youth Policy Forum, and it was reversed in 2012. That position, according to the policy, it doesn't give an exact age range to serve as a youth coordinator for a country. But then that same act, that youth policy 2009 2012 also define who a youth is. Now, our big brother Monday, like we keep saying, there's a reason why the president appointed a youth or young woman to lead the youth and sport of Liberia. And it's evident by what she's doing currently in the country. She keeps moving from one country to another, and tirelessly engaging. In the night, like, I watched a video on Riwaji. She was selling entertainment center. After 2 hours a whole day, she's there with the young people and cheering. If that woman was somebody in her late 50 or 60, maybe Dada will be advising her to go sit down before she get pressure. Our people on Monday has no connection with the young people in Nimba. I'll tell you for free, people, and it's evident by what the assistant said. He has no relationship with the young people in Nimba. The only thing that our people is involved with is to collect rentage from the Senegal Youth Center and Uganda Youth Center. The only time I saw him with my eyes was this year when I was given a responsibility to gather some young people at the Uganda Youth Center for a workshop. And I saw him there. He came. It was about this civil society organization that can normally greet the government. I'm forgetting their name. And they came there. They had a workshop. He came and we said what was her name. I was like, how can our people here be the youth coordinator? Over 10 years, a youth coordinator position is an operational position. It's a position that requires someone who is innovative, who is a mover. When I say so, I mean NIMBA has over 600,000 people in this country. According to Legit, I still to be corrected. Out of 600,000, 60% of the 600,000 are young people. When they say 60% of the 600,000, you know the figure I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's no amount of budgetary allotment that the Ministry of Youth and Sport, all this struggling, working with economy before getting good money, will give you as a Youth and Sport Minister to be able to make serious impact as per the excuse they've been given. That position requires someone who is innovative. When I say innovative, here's what I mean. A Youth and Sport coordinator, you should be able to get the young people together. In this morning dispensation, their NIMBA has serious money content creators. When they say content creator, I believe he don't know what they got about content creation because he's far older than our generation. He's from generation X. No, you know about content creation because you're in the United States. I'm speaking because I'm in NIMBA and I know what I'm saying. You understand, people? So, our content creator here, they are trying in Uganda, Senegal, Saklipi, and other areas. Their page, they are getting more followers. You need to have a creative council where you can get bloggers. There are some young people who are doing well here too. The bloggers, the content creators, the musician union, the event planner. There's an event in Uganda that they started way back called the NIMBA Got Talent. That event can put up almost so now 5,000 young people in Uganda just in 1 year. The kind of people they can recall. Over 5,000 people can attend that event every time. It's a 5 Sunday to say more than 1,000 will attend per Sunday. You calculate at 5,000. We need a youth coordinator that can go there. When we have maybe they say no to drugs issue, you can get there and say, what can we do? Let's use this time to partner with maybe the mental health people that are involved with this say no to drugs and educate the people. How can we contribute to this show? How can we improve it? You understand? You have the content creators where you can put in your bracket or creative council and go our uncle Flo Toma, our company called Choco Water is a minor company. You have Kohopa. You have in ArcelorMittal that can go all the way Moreville to get people to carry on that jingle and some publicity. You get young people right here in Kanta, Sanigole, Yekipa, and other areas. Get them together, a creative council, say, Blogger Association, you come together, you're creative. You go register with the government. Once you register, you're legal. Content creators, the creative council, you get together. You go to a musician union. You can go to Jungle Water and say, we have maybe 12 content creators. Look at the follower they have. Look at the kind of people that the engagement they have. Get one of them, let them, or make them your ambassador so that they can be able to promote your business. When you're promoting your business, their audience are not winning in Uganda. It's possible that people in Morocco can start ordering for Jungle Water because of the big size. Some of the decent things to say about it, because Jungle water is bigger than the ordinary mineral water. They have other mineral water companies around. You have Kokopa. There are multiple things they are doing that are on the internet. You get bloggers and content creators, musicians carrying on jingles. Once you speak with these people, you don't have to use your cash, but you are using innovation, your lobbying power to ensure that the young people who are striving and doing well, getting something sustainable to do. So the position as a youth and sport coordinator, it goes beyond collecting only rent. For example, like I said, I work with a second division team, Gomba SC. We started working since 2022 to 2026. That's 4 years. We started from the third division team. I've been the Secretary General for 4 years. Currently in NIMBA, we have 2 second division teams, NIMBA Kwaku and Gomba FC. Let's look at Yegepa, and now Yegepa or Grand Kemon. Grand Kemon have a first division team called Beer Mountain. And you know the mining company there too also called Beer Mountain. You understand? So the Beer Mountain, the company, is shouldering the responsibility of that football team. So football players there making up to 600 US from the county. Yes, some of us here in Nimba for Kompa SCM are speaking as the Secretary General. 90% of the players are from Nimba. Because it's difficult to go get players from Moreover, you have to rent for them, feed them, provide other things. But when you get the actual home base, your responsibility and your expenses is less. We make it 90% Nimba piece. What make you think you can take Nimba Kwato as a youth coordinator or Kompa FC to ArcelorMittal or other companies around and say, we know you have a social and corporate responsibility. You owe the young people. Sit down, bring the management of the club teams and the company on a drawing board. Say you have the conversation. If you can show that 100%.
You think that's a responsibility of the youth coordinator? You think that's
the youth coordinator TOR is not actually definite.
It's not definite.
Okay. I did research on it. Yes, because you have to go beyond your scope. You have to be a thinker to solve problems. You see, the current minister, she's going from place to place and going or like Grand Crew. She said she's gonna lobby with the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Is going to partner with LFA to ensure that Grand Crew have artificial turf. You understand? Yeah, so that ministry, that position is a lobbying position. You don't have the operational form to solve all the problems. You have to be a thinker and a forward thinker and a go-getter to ensure these things are done. So we need young person from Nimba. Like for instance, like I said all the time on the radio, we have 2 universities in our college in Nimba that are producing students bachelor degrees in abundance. ABCU in Yegepa, Nimba University. They coming this year. They'll be putting on over 300. LRC just put on over 70 students. ABCU, I don't know the exact number they can put on. They are putting on serious matter young people that are educated and have the ability to solve some of these problems. To become a youth coordinator, as per our research, you need, let's say, 2 years of youth voluntary services. Some of the youth, maybe organization or young people have the if the qualification can be that low, where you just need only 2 years of voluntary services, it shows that you don't need people very old to serve those positions. And I'll tell you for free, people or having our uncle William Monday needs to be transferred because he's a civil servant. He can be removed, he can be dismissed. He can transition to another better position and go to a competitive society where you'll find a peer.
Okay, so let me hold it there now. So it's going to lead to because we're having a conversation, right? So
okay,
everything you're saying is making sense, right? But there are some expectations that we got to be realistic. For example, like the ArcelorMittal thing and the other folks. I think that responsibility should be with the county leadership. He should be part of it too. I'm not excluding county leadership should play a major role. And also the team leadership should be able to, because it's marketing, no business, it's private business, right? So your Kompa FC is a private business. So you have, other professional sports, they have marketing department, they have the media, they got all this. So it's your responsibility to be able to go and push that. Now, is he supposed to play a major role? I think, yeah, he should be able to play a role. But if you go to him and try to push him, I don't think he will hesitate. So that part, I think, is a little stretch for that. But let me go back to the main point. You see, the way you're doing your own analysis, you're making your own point, right? It's clear, it's correct. But if you have someone on social media saying the man is older than all the leaders, then he older than this one, he voted in 1997 for charity or so, he should not be. That then it confuses everything, right? So now, if your reason for the request for transfer should be a lack of visibility, like you said, a lack of impact on the young people, the disconnect between him and the young people, lack of information. His own deputy just stated that just now he said there have been issues with information dissemination, and if you say that he's not being effective in the role because of these factors, right? Then it makes sense. It gives a good point of, okay, yeah, we can push this. But if someone come and say, oh, because the man too old, he can't be down there, and you yourself, you clearly said it. You said the act that created never specify an age when it comes to that, right? So I think if the advocacy comes from your vantage point, what you are saying, then it will make sense. And when you guys go to the youth and sport minister and try to push that way, it will make sense. But as far as folks who are saying that man for the 1997, for charity, the man, then it becomes problem. So what do you say about that? What do you say about that type of disconnect? Or
So we have so we have counts. We have counts that we are going to flag out. And firstly, I want to provide clarity.
Mm-hmm.
The minister, coming to Nimba,
it's not for that.
Our focus is not only on the transfer of our people with Monday.
Okay.
Let me make it clear. Like I said in the recent post I did morning, we have many suggestions to the minister that we believe she's going to take into consideration. Many meaningful suggestions. The only reason why we are saying our people should be transferred is because, like I said, we have counts. Some say counts. The age could be won by at the bottom.
So you part the age thing too?
Hello?
I said you part the age question too. You part of it?
So I'll provide clarity on the age issue, and I know I'll provide clarity on it.
Okay. Go ahead, Chief.
I'll provide clarity on it. So, but firstly, it's at the bottom. It's not really our actual focus point. Maybe as we start or whatever, but it's something that we should look at also. Like we said, he has spent 10 years. He got that position 2016.
Mm-hmm.
10 years. That's the third government he's working in. First, Eli Johnson. We are now Boaka. You're not showing anything sustainable. I went on a feed this morning, and it was conversation that the young boys are having. Serious conversation that they don't know him. They don't know what he's been involved with. They're not feeding and seeing the impact other people's in other areas and not getting the result. So we believe our people should step forward, get stronger, and go to a competitive society where he will find maybe a PS and show that he work on it. And let me talk a little bit. I know the age issue. It shouldn't be talked about because as a civil servant, the position to obtain is not the actual age is defined.
Right.
Here's what we want to talk. What we want to say about that. The Scene Act that created that position and says youth coordinator, there's no definite age. The Scene Act define who a youth is instead of an age. What do I mean? Or youth, they say is from 15 to 35. And we know what I mean to coordinate. When you say to coordinate, we need to work together to ensure that things are done the proper way, work with people. Mm-hmm. And there's something, I'm not a law student, but there's something called the law and the spirit. The law and the spirit, or the letter and the spirit, something like that. Mm-hmm. Right? So if for example, the law will say there's no age range, but then the spirit is indirectly defined in who a youth is. You understand? It's not our center point.
Right.
Our center point is our big brother. It's has honor performed. He's not doing the right thing. He lacked the ability to lead the young people because of a track record in the 10 years. But we are saying also, in as much as we're not focusing only on the age, but the law and the spirit that in after it define who a youth is. And when you say youth, there's a particular age, and also the coordinate mean to work with the young people. So we have had an issue for me. I'm speaking from experience. Mm-hmm. Since we graduated a year plus ago, we have applied to some area and they will tell you 5 years experience in Liberia. And so now when you get it, you smile. How you expect me to get it 5 years? So we started to go back to our closet and started to establish an organization for ourselves to secure the 5 years. But not everybody will have that kind of mentality. So we believe that some of the young people that are volunteer and have the ability to serve should be given some of the positions to serve diligently. Our people at William Monday are not done well for the young people at Nimba in terms of working with them. And the reason why for me, so now I can want to include the age business because, for example, they have had some event in San Diego, Ghana, they call the gallery. So there's a San Diego gallery. contact gathering, can't play soccer play gathering. That this event are young people event. Because of the level he has reached, he don't feel comfortable going there. But you see the minister, she was in the entertainment center almost 10 o'clock because young people were there. Sometimes when you are at that level, you feel comfortable to go there and talk with them from there and say you can do better from here. But when you reach certain level in life, no matter what. No, for me, all I hear when I see children playing Lindy, La Bag, and me thinking, what wrong there? But I did it before. We did it before. So our position right now, when I see people playing Labag and wonder what wrong with the children, they're less busy or what, because we're starting to get some responsibility. So there's certain level you reach in life, there's certain things you can do. So if you will feel uncomfortable because the young people will be doing certain things, then we believe that you shouldn't be around, maybe playing active role in position and have to do coordinating the young people because they have the ability and our big brother squarely and not doing anything in 10 years. And lastly, before you come on again, let me say this. We had a panel conversation with Radio Kekema. And because of that conversation we had, that's why you saw the press conference the assistant coordinator had. And not only the assistant coordinator. Yeah, the assistant coordinator, not only him, also the Nima Name Council and our youth representative. And my first time to even see him, he had a press conference also before the assistant coordinator where he said the young people should come together and do SYC. For us, we are not receiving any formal communication because the two press conferences from the angle of Mr. Monday have been, there are serious contradictions. The first man that came from the youth angle that representing on the Name Council said, somebody sent me the recording, the link, and watch it, he said, we should go to either the youth center or the county administration. The assistant coordinator came again later in there and said we should go to Nima University in SYC. We are not receiving any formal communication. And also, you can't be calling young people to meet Monday, 9 p.m. That's the first day in the week. The young people are not really less busy to that kind of extent. When you're inviting us, you should either invite on a weekend or at a suitable time that maybe we will have to adjust our schedule to be able to come there. You can invite Monday, 9 p.m. We are not less busy than young people. Invite properly, follow the official channel, and we will honor that request based on what the group will say, the group will work with. Because if they invite us, we'll take it to our leadership and we'll discuss it. Whatever conclusion will come away, we'll decide whether we'll honor it or not.
Yeah, and again, great conversation. That's why we brought you on here. We've been here. I know your data probably kind of exhausting now and things that. So I gotta see it.
No, let's go ahead, people.
Okay, good. And then your followers also enjoying it too. So we're having really good conversation. No, I was doing some research when you were talking there. So I think this is not even unique to Nima alone.
Yeah.
The youth coordinator age gap is massive. It is across the country, right? So it's not purely young people who are occupying that position. Again, I'm not defending. Go ahead. I was going to say I'm not defending. Him in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that this is not unique to Nima. Other counties too have the same issue. And I think if the discussion to me now, as a Nimayan and just someone from outside just looking in, if I think the advocacy when it comes to, because this came from his own assistant's mouth, right? He said that, so when you read about it, everything you guys are saying, his absence among the young people, the young people feel disconnected, they don't have voice in decision making. We are in the 21st century, things should be done differently. They got TikTok, they got YouTube, they got all social media now. When you compare that to other countries, Ghana, or you watching some TikTok videos from Ivory Coast in French and everything, the rest of the world is moving, right? And then the young people, you guys are the one actually leading now when it comes to innovation and things. Now, would it be different if we were to have a young person in there making things different? I don't doubt it. I think it will be the flavor will be different, the style of leadership will be different. And sometimes too, like you said, you may need some changes to be able to think, make it happen. Now, it's not because people want him out completely or entirely. Maybe it's just fresh air, right? You bring somebody new in there with fresh air and no new idea to be able to spice things up and start doing things. Young person, I agree. Young person there who knows how social media is dominating now, who know how to do things to be able to generate income, more revenue for the young people. Like you said, people waiting on content meat alone really can't cut it. We got 12 months in a year. If you wait for only 100 content meat can go for how long? And then all waiting for the county to be able. There are so many ways to be able to make money over there. You see how when you're playing the district league, how it can be tight. Yeah, just district league. So there are things you could do. For me, I'm a sports guy, football man. So I think establishing football league over there in Vera era to be able to generate revenue will even bring more money in. But I agree with you. I think there are questions that should be asked. The minister is on her way there. I don't know how you're planning on doing it. However, if the dialogue they are calling for, if it will be held before the minister comes or it will be done jointly. If I were giving my recommendation, I would say, the folks from there should meet with the youth grouping first. Listen to your make your voices heard. Your tell them your dissatisfaction before the minister gets there. That way, everyone will be on the same page. Having conversation with the minister. But I don't think things should be all scattered like that until she gets there. It'll be a little difficult. So the meeting they're calling for, right? What's their plan? The meeting they're calling for, the group meeting they're calling for, what's their plan? What are calling you guys about?
Firstly, you if you listen to the system and I was listening, I wonder some of the things you were saying. Firstly, he admitted that he said there could be a problem in interview. And then the general asked him, you been communicating? He said no, we've been having a problem. So you can say we already expressing that we don't want Mr. Madden because he overstaying here. I mean, not overstay alone. He are underperforming 10 years. Then you saying there could be a problem. You don't know there's a problem. Then the general asks you, you been communicating or what? He say no, we haven't communicated. Then you say there could be a problem. Then you telling us that young people sometimes they like attention, so we inviting them so that we can sit and talk about it and plan how the minister will come.
Yeah,
you see? Yeah, so I was watching the video and analyzing his what he was saying. I was there. We keep asking ourselves, what's going on? You inviting us to attend your meeting. Then you telling us that the young people sometimes they lack attention. The minister, when they come, we'll talk it, then we'll plan how we can work on the minister. Firstly, there were no. I don't want to be. There was a plan to invite the young people in the media, or before we had the panel conversation yesterday. I can't remember. Yesterday we appeared on Radio Kekema. It was a panel conversation where we represented our group. I represented the group, and there was also a brother called Emmanuel. He's a graduate. I think graduating student when Nema University, who came from the other side and said, "Brother man, they shouldn't go because of reason best known to him." So we from this side, we started providing clarity why our people should go because he are not given the necessary reason and all of that. So after the panel conversation, the first person that came out to our press conference was the youth representative on the Namen Council, like I said before. He came, he said, oh, the young people should come together, and there was so many contradictions in his statement where he said we should either meet at the youth center or we should meet at the administrative building or what have you. There's no definite conclusion, no time that we should meet on Monday. Then the assistant youth coordinator came again and said what he said, and just like that. So for us, we believe we are not receiving any form of communication about any meeting. If we receive the communication, we'll take it to our leadership. We will sit and discuss it. Whatever we agree upon, we will meet the necessary group that will inform that there's a problem that we should meet. So, I mean, that's where we are, and we are following, but we're not there to respond to everything. So we are following, and we believe that everything should be done so that Nema can get a better face. Because when the minister comes, we don't want anything that will maybe inconvenient. Like I said in the post, her 4 days she's going to spend in Nema will be memorable. And there's a reason why she's with Nema. and making Nima the last one or two. So I believe she has so many great things in mind for the young people in Nima. And I will say this again. Our group is not only centered on the transfer of our people with money. We have so many brilliant ideas. For example, let me just say one. You know, there's a school in Uganda, the vice president dedicated is in Uganda. It's a on a morning or boarding school. Boarding school in Chaplain. Right? You're aware, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. That school, I've been there on numerous occasions because I lived in Chicoton before. So that's my terrain. And that school, there's no high school in Liberia you can compare. Private high school you can that have standard at that level, you go to that school. And currently in Nimba, we have multiple high schools. Even in Uganda, we have Chavenet School, which called Friends in Mawenya. We have JPSC. We have Rainbow, who may not have maybe be high school, but it's a semi high school. Maybe we have PSC Extension, other schools that have students. So we believe that school, in as much as the government received, that school was a grant given to the government so that they can rent the building. That building has been unused. With the standard you have and the facility you have, that building has been unused. So we are going to tell the minister, Madam Minister, you don't need to construct or building like MVDC in Uganda currently. With the amount of young people that rent for life zone to attend, some of them just bought the information, almost 1,700 to 1,000 students bought information just to get detail, to tell you that the young people really want to go to TV, the motorcyclists and other people. So we're going to tell the minister, Madam Minister, you don't need to erect new structure. Erecting new structure will have to go through a lot of procedure and it will take time. So what we are going to tell is, Madam Minister, in school, please let this be MVDC extension. The facility already here. The classroom are large and everything you need here. What we need is bring the technical people to train our brothers in plumbing, auto mechanic, carpentry, masonry, and other skills that in 9 months to 1 year, they are going to be self-employed. The other time I visited Yegepa, I felt bad. It was on a weekend. And I'll tell you for free, people, that some of our neighboring countries, the money they're generating from accident mental is not easy. And not because we hate them, but one of the easier ways from a survey to work with accident mental is the heavy duty and the excavator operator. Because almost every year, accident mental can put up vacancy. So when you check the amount, I would say Guineans that can go every weekend, the least money they can end up with when you want to start with mental, that 500 US. As a heavy duty operator, 500 US. If you get employed, forget it. They providing lodging, bag of rent, water, your children's school fee and everything. You think the buyers are not industrious? We have the ability. The young people really want to do these things. If somebody can ride motorbike for over 10 years, what make you think they can't go over there? Make over 500 years that they can make one more in riding bike. A motorbike. So we're going to propose it to the minister that this building is unused. We want it to be used the proper way. Since the school is senior high, where the students can come maybe from 11 to 4, we can tell the minister that if you bring the technical here, when you say 6 a.m. in the morning to 10:30, that place, if you get 1,000 students there, that place is going to be jam-packed, and in the first 1 year, the buyers are going to get better job, employ ourselves. Then the vice president said all of day, I can still remember, he said government job is an alternative to the buyers, meaning our actual focus is now on getting government job. That's why the government will not get a real top position, because to get it necessary degrees in experience, we're not been getting it. But we focus on getting business, learning our trade, and ensure that we build ourselves and have, or build our capacity and build ourselves. So when that facility is provided in our school and 1,000 students graduate every year, people are going to open their own factory, garage, and Asilo Mental, we hire them, and Nema development will continue to grow gradually. So there are multiple things we're going to propose to the minister, not only about our people with them being transferred.
Well, I think one thing should be like like you said, the least thing. But things about when it comes to, that's one of the things I've been pushing here. This whole TVET thing or vocational school, trade school thing, I've always been saying. The last time you were here, you remember we discussed it? Mm-hmm, yeah, it's very important. College degree is good. Everybody wants to go to college, getting your master, PhD, that's fine. Everybody wants to do that. But you were just saying just not too long ago about Guinea and Guineans making a lot of money from over there. So imagine if you have a school in Ganta there that it is training people to operate those heavy duty machines. Or even right in Yekipa, they said they can even have a signing Kule or somewhere in Yekipa that focuses on that. And then then our people make it to be part of the deal where when those guys are signing deal, we have to have at least certain percentage of the heavy duty machine operator from Liberia, right?
Liberia,
Yeah,
yeah, Liberia.
in Liberia. Then it makes a lot. People can do that thing and be able to send their children to school. People can do that thing and be able to as career or stepping stone to their next career. But people we don't pay attention to that a lot. But I think your advocacy is good. I would suggest, I recommend when you guys are doing that, definitely that point you just brought up. It should only be about you chairman representative being transferred. That's my own thing, right? Now, even though it's major, from advocacy standpoint, you don't want to downplay it, but he leaves. What's the next? You got to create an avenue for whoever going to come in, or even if he stays there, to be able to implement things that will impact the young people. So I don't think it's the end to that. So let me play a few more clip of this assistant, and then we'll close down. But before we do that, let me ask you. So if you were sitting down right now with William or the other youth people that are going to meeting, what would be your recommendation, your suggestion? Someone ask you, man, what do you think? What do you want us to do? What are your suggestion to William? And you were talking to William like the way you are talking to him now.
Our suggestions to people within will be clear. People, you need to go to a competitive environment. You can even go to the ministry or even go to Montreal or a better area where you meet your peer and be able to compete with them. This position is small for our people. When I say small, he are over. Now I want to talk about overstaying there because he was saying they can spend as much as they can, but he has underperformed. He has underperformed, and he has been disconnected with the youth. So to save his face, he got to go in a competitive environment where you meet friends and other people where you feel comfortable working with. But we as a young people, we have no plan of backing down this particular advocacy. We have no plan of backing down this, and that's why we are doing it the proper way. And all our plan will not be disclosing in the media. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are strategizing how we get engaged. Not only on him, like I would say, in a post today, I say our advocate is not from a hate point. No, it's not about hate. And now, like I say, he's not our major priority as a minister prepared to come to Nimba. Because if I even disclose even 9% of what we intend to propose to the minister, you yourself will start clapping where you are. There are brilliant ideas we have to propose to the minister. Brilliant idea. And I can tell you, if we propose 100%, she will accept 98 because everything will be in line with her plan. We have followed her tour. We know what she's interested in. Like for example, she was in Maryland today, some in other counties that have the sea. Her wish is how I would say, for any scholarship or vocational education she's gonna get should be utilized. For example, if in Basel, maybe Basel have, and you go to a place where the people there, the young people are into fishing. You know what I'm saying? You can't go there, the young man there, you tell the minister that you want vocational education to learn yellow machine. She will not do it. Right. I mean, that's all. That's a start. We have done our analysis and study how she started from the first phase up to now. A particular area she goes, there are certain things she doing, certain terrain. So at that area where you saw to be telling the minister, maybe you want a better boat or better fishing there, or no technical ideas how you're fishing to get better fish and boost the economy there. You go tell the minister, say you want vocational education, and not vocational education, but how yellow machine in your fishing area, she will not do it. So we know in Nimba what are things when we tell her she's going to do and she's going to feel happy doing. So we are there analysis, we start and analyze it, we critique each other and agree on some of the things. Like just one we share with you there. When we tell her disclose, we don't want to disclose all.
No, you want to disclose. We have a media man. When you disclose, I'll take you.
Yeah, we don't want to disclose all. When she comes, we're not only going to be telling her orally. It's going to be in a better form where we're going to jot it down in a better form and present it to her so that our team can take it, even though they will jot it down and no power, whatever. But tomorrow they look at it and say, these are plans they got proposed. They work on it step by step and see how we can achieve some of these things. That's what we are involved with.
Thank you so much. Again, this is great. You see that man, he's checking the sport our one-on-one show tonight. He said that the internet sticking. He's in a Yao Nyali, no internet.
Okay.
DK, Mr. White, you can hear me?
Internet power.
Yeah, imagine in my country, you want, let me move in for the stuff there. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this guy one more time. Again, thanks to our folks for watching, man. This has been great. It is great. I'm enjoying the conversation. It's a different flavor. As you can see, it's more conversation, educative. We are not talking politics or anything like that. We are just sharing ideas and making suggestions and agreeing with points and disagreeing with certain points and stuff like that. So we'll go to the assistant. I know that title name, youth chair or whatever it's called, but we'll play a few clips there, and then from there we'll conclude. Yeah. Let me see if I can get
issues and find the solution that will best suit the situation at hand.
If the very young people agitating, if they refuse to honor this dialogue, what different options you will consider?
I see a lot of people give different perception with young people, but I don't see it like that. I started working with young people some good years now. All of my activity have been with young people, so I know what the interests of young people are. Young people need attention. When they cry, they want to hear who hears that cry. So I don't see them staying away on our call. We invited them in San Nicolas on Monday. But now we dialogue with them at the Nima University auditorium. We will dialogue with them. They will understand. We'll reach a common ground. There will be no noise in this county when our minister is visiting here. Nothing like that. We have done it before and achieved it. We can succeed. We can do it again. There is nothing to panic about.
The folks calling for the removal or resignation of your boss are of the opinion that he has exceeded the age that's one and he has overstayed the position. You are his principal deputy. Yeah. Skepticism may arise that probably you tend to replace it.
Well, I just said it. When information is not to the disposal of people, they speculate. Therefore, I try to say this. And the fact that we are calling for dialogue, there's no need to go into detail of what else when somebody says, oh, the thing is, this is an institution that was established by.
The young people need attention. Well, the message need attention. So when you cry, people gotta listen to you. You know, they gotta listen. They want you guys are looking for attention. You need to be heard. So I think that's not a right approach. The people that are speaking there, when I say young people, not the type of young people you say they need attention, and not 1 year old and not 2 year old. We're talking about adults, right? You know, in I think the Liberian law says it's young youth around 18 to 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can't look at a grown man and then call them young people that need attention. I think that's misapplication of word. But for me, I suggest my suggestion to all of you is, you know, to continue to pursue what you guys are doing. The bigger picture is the one that you guys are going to be proposing to the youth and sport minister. She's very young and she's going to definitely, as you can see, she's with the young people. And Nima people, we are very unique. We do things different way. We do it special way. It's going to be great having her over there. So it's been great having you on here too, my son. You did extremely well. Always. I'm pleased to host you again. Today we were supposed to skip, but because I knew you were coming, we have our little unexpected one-on-one with CEO. So we, on behalf of the platform, our followers, I want to say thanks to all of you for following too. We want to say thank you so much for coming on here tonight. I know it's late in Liberia now, and Fast and Prayer Day. I wish happy Fast and Prayer Day. I know that happy Fast and Prayer Day there to people who are successful today. We pray that our Papa up there hears our prayer and then bless Liberia so we can continue to prosper. You know, we wish our country, Liberia is all we have. This happened, this agreement comes about, but we all remain Liberians. So we'll be here tomorrow again with another guest. But I want you to take 1 to 2 minutes or 5 minutes if you like. Give us your parting comment and we'll let you go.
Yeah, thank you again, I would say, CEO, for this opportunity. I mean, that's something what every young person who want to express themselves really want to get to have the kind of platform. Like I said the first time, it's not right, but privilege to be here. The fact that we have been called for the second time, it speaks volume. Meaning we are on the right trajectory. And like I said the other time when I went in media, I said, I want to caution every young person, moving forward, whether elections or whatever, don't die for anybody that will be too busy to attend a week. Don't die for anybody that will be too busy to attend a week. Young people, we are now only meant to sit over a musical car to campaign, to play music. If people start telling us that there's no actual definite age when to serve SYC position and we need necessary CV and all of that. We don't need to be in our 40, 50 or 60s before serving our country or our government or our community. We have the ability to move mountain. We are industrious. The only problem we are having is that it's like you are having resources and not being resourceful. It's having resources and not being resourceful is like sitting on a beggar and dying from hunger because you don't know how to cope. So the young people, with the ability we have and what we are seeing over the time, we need you guys to be patient, work along with us. Collectively, we will achieve these things gradually. I told somebody it might not happen immediately, but it will happen definitely. When Martin Luther King said, I had a dream that one day the black will rule the white, he didn't live to see it. We're not saying we're not live to see what we're talking about. But what we're trying to say is, what we're trying to say is sometimes you don't happen immediately. It's a process and not an event. It will happen gradually and you will see these things in your community and you yourself will start a reference like, okay, because the advocacy, here's where we are and these are efforts we are making. So to our team, we say thank you to you, Next Generation Nimba Group and also the Nimba Youth for Change. Thank you guys. Let's keep sticking around and let's keep on the advocacy to ensure that young people get necessary results. And one thing I want to make clear today, because these are sometimes I saw some people mentioning me saying, oh, my man, thank you, you got me get a job now to be youth coordinator. Yeah.
So you're advocating for William Ja?
Yeah, so when I see some of these things, I can laugh. Because firstly, you know, I were growing up after what we saw that book print on the print just wrote, they said they're gonna liberate again.
Yeah.
So I told somebody, I said, for example, when the current senator then representative let the majority blood removed from the cover, he began to speak up. The president know what he's trying to say. I said, I'm trying to say now some of us I started a process before in November. And I don't want to say it in the media. For me, currently, maybe by more, we're going to have something better doing with international NGO because of our qualification and where we are. Just more hopefully, maybe I might not be in one of the countries there. When you're setting an example and say you may not be here, you may travel outside smiling.
I can see.
So we started engaging with more international NGO, agricultural NGO, since last year, November. Fortunately for us, this year we've gone through all the processes. We don't interview and what have you. Maybe they more. I mean, not maybe, but there's more. Fortunately, we should be signing whatever necessary document.
Let me have a secret because we have we want about to
let me forget that one before they can see who SYC. So I'm just trying to provide clarity that for some of us, we're not interested in our position. What we are saying is there are many young people who have graduated from those universities in Nimba University, ABC, LRCC that have the potential to get some of these things done. They have the criteria. They now say, like youth group here, they have the opportunity to say, we will recommend to the minister, and she has the ear to listen to young people because she's in our bracket. So we believe that after a tour, there will be tremendous changes in the youth cycle, and the necessary result will start to come day by day as we go further. Thank you, CEO, for welcoming us, and thank you everybody, every one that follow up from the comment section and listening to everything. We are grateful for this opportunity, and we look forward to appearing here again in whatever suitable time that you will invite us. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll try to host you again after the minister comes and leaves. We'll try to bring you on here so we can get to hear from you. Yeah, we'll do it the same way you must have doing it, just the two of us. So again, yeah, we got other men and so not make it, so not yet today. But again, Fuma, yeah, today is just one-on-one with my picking here. The other guys, I kept all of them in the back today. None of them came on. So we want to say thanks to all of you for coming. Tomorrow we'll be hosting Samuel G, the Unico president. You know, he will be here tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. We hope that all of you follow. For those of you who really don't know much about Unico, it'll be a great opportunity to be able to learn and be able to learn from him about Unico. They are having a convention, or we will be having a convention in May, and we'll be there to there will be new president that will be ushering new vice president. It's going to be big. It's a big thing here. It's a big deal. Unico election. It can't be easy. They had a bull election, I think a year ago or so. It was a big deal, and this one is going to be big because it's for the, you know, the way you can have the election, like brother, the politics, that child can happen here, it can be tough.
Wow.
Yeah, right now you speak in the respective chat room, people campaigning, and people saying, you know, and I'm going to campaign for my mayor. I even posted my vice presidential candidate.
I saw it.
So since I've been in this country, it will be my first time voting in Nico's election, and then I'll be voting for my man DK Way. That was the guy that came on just now, but
I know. I saw it.
So permitting to use this platform to run my campaign, you know, I got right to run campaign because I'm a citizen. But overall, it's going to be great. Tomorrow we'll have Samuel G. Tomorrow is going to be talking about the convention. He won't be talking about any political party. He won't be talking about specific candidate because, you know, that won't be there. So it'll be more of a you know, the convention, what to expect, what will be done, and all that stuff. But my son, thank you so much, my Pekin, for coming. I really, really appreciate. A lot of folks been sending me messages in my inbox how they really like our show. They like this show tonight, and I can tell again, a lot of people have been following, a lot of people have been viewing and following our show. So thank you so much. You have a good night and have a great weekend. Yeah.
Thank you, viewer.
All right. Bye bye.
Thank you.